hello you people in YouTube land. How do you do? And so, this is a summary of what I ate at Ximending and nearby area. So, this is Ximending. Lots of places to eat here, lots of places to shop, a good place to come to enjoy the night. Yep. But what we are here today is to find out, for me to show you what I ate when I was at this area. So, the first thing I ate was, at Ximending MRT station, once you get out of the gantry, right next to exit 1, there's this place called Premier. Yes, they sell ice cream. Guess what I got? Yes, I got myself some ice cream. Yep, ice cream. Even though the weather is cold, but still, ice cream. So the cone itself is kind of like a biscuit kind of cone, and then you have a nice creamy ice cream. Sweet, creamy, delicious. A very good ice cream. Quite yummy, quite delicious. I'm quite enjoying it. What else did I eat? Well, the next thing I ate was, I had some breakfast. Okay, so this store here is one of the stores that sell Taiwanese breakfast. Honestly, the store here is not that great. I think there are better stores you can find for breakfast, but they sell a traditional Taiwanese breakfast. So I decided to give it a try. So I got from them their soya milk, some youtiao or deep fried dough sticks, and then xiaobing, which is like a kind of a pastry. Then they put in youtiao inside. So it's a savory pastry with, I think, sesame seeds on top there. Overall, what I do like here is I do like that the youtiao inside this xiaobing, it's super crispy. So I do like that, and I also do like the soya milk. The soya milk has a nice soybean flavor, not too sweet and warm, which is very welcoming in the early mornings, which is quite cold. But yeah. So this one was the one that came with the pancake. It's super crispy here. Another popular place at this area here is this place called Chung flour rice noodle. Basically, they sell Miswa, oyster Miswa, with intestines in there. And this place here, the queue is quite long sometimes, depending on when you come here. Sometimes the queue is shorter, sometimes the queue is super long. But a lot of people do come here to get this dish here. So if you do like Miswa, come here and get it. So the Miswa here is, when you slurp it, it's a nice starchy sauce with the noodles, very smooth. When you put it into your mouth, it just slides down very nicely, a nice smooth texture on your throat. So depending on how you like it. You see there are sauces at the side there. So you choose how spicy you want it, how garlicky you want it, how sour you want it. Then eat lah. Overall, the Miswa here is okay. Definitely much better when you put in the sauces. It's savory, and like I said, it can be spicy, sour, garlicky, up to you. But there are better versions of this dish at other places. That's all I have to say. But still quite good, quite delicious, quite yummy. And another very popular place is, most of the time when I walk past here, there's a queue, and it's Singu Tang. They sell boba milk. They specialize in their brown sugar boba milk drink. And look at that. A lot of people come here for that. So this is what they are known for. Yes, they are brown sugar boba or tapioca pearls. When I was young, they were called pearls. Now it's called boba. Yeah. So basically what they do is, they put the boba, then they put the milk on top, then they put some brown sugar, and then they caramelize it with dinosaur heads. That doesn't make sense. But here it is. I got my boba. Look at that. Ooh. So it's not a milk tea, it's just milk with boba pearls and brown sugar. The boba pearls are a bit chewy and sweet. Not too sweet. Mostly milk, and then chewy tapioca pearls, and then the sugar there also give it a nice crunch. So at one of the corners in the Ximending area is this shop here with this red signboard called what they sell is crispy milk donuts. So this place here is another place that has a long queue, super long queue. So most of the time you walk past here, there will be a long queue. And what happens is, it's a popular shop. They sell donuts. Each time they make a fresh batch of donuts. They put the donuts out. They clear as much as the queue as they can, and then so there's a very fast turnaround of the donuts. So the donuts are still warm and made freshly, and so I need to get my hands on some of these donuts, but I need to get to the front of the line to do that. So I finally got my hands on 2 donuts. Okay, so what you have here is you have a donut, freshly cooked. Then after that, they put some sugar on it. Then they put some kind of powdered milk on top of it. So that's why it's called a crispy milk donut. The donut itself is crispy. Yep, crispy. Not too sweet. Still warm and crispy. But as a donut, it's definitely more of a bready kind of donut with a nice sweetness from the sugar and a bit of the milkiness from the powder on top. Overall, it is a good donut, but I don't think it's worth standing in queue very long for it. This donut has to be eaten fresh. If you let it cool down, it won't be nice anymore. So once you get it, eat it immediately. Overall, a good donut, but not fantastic. And in one of the buildings in Ximending area is this building called Wan Nian Building. This unassuming green building where if you go in there, there will be clothes shop, accessory shop, watch shops, even phone shops. They sell anime, there are claw machines, they sell anime figurines. But the secret about this building is at the basement level. Basement 1. In basement 1, there is food. Good food. So, at one corner of this basement, there's this shop here. Yes. So this shop here sells beef noodles. Lao Shan Dong noodles. Beef noodles. They handmade the noodles here. So, come here if you like beef noodles. So, here it is, the beef noodles with a few side dishes. So basically, the noodles here are handmade and they are also flat noodles. Yep. And I ordered the one with the mixed beef, so with different types of items in there, like tripe, tendon, pieces of brisket and meat. Ooh. So first of all, there's a nice, delicious broth. Very good, very delicious. The noodles itself is nice and chewy, and then the beef parts are super tender. But overall, this soup dish here, the food here, good. So if you do like beef noodles, which this is an iconic dish of Taiwan, you should come here and get some because it is good. In the same building, in the same basement, there's another stall. This stall here that sells pork chop. Yes, pork chop. And the pork chop here, they do a very good job of the pork chop. Pork chop here, delicious. Yep, so this is the kitchen. Yep. So the place is a bit small. Yeah, so if you do not come on time, you have to queue up over there and wait for it. And here is the pork chop. The pork chop here is nice, savory. There's a sweet flavor coming from the meat. Crispy, freshly cooked, savory, delicious, crispy outer skin there, outer layer. Ooh, very delicious, very yummy. And also, the pork chop is super thick. Just that the other items, you know, the other carbs like the noodles, the curry rice, all just okay only. So what I suggest you to do if you come here, ignore the carbs, just order the pork chop. The pork chop here is worth the visit just by itself. So if you are skipping the carbs, maybe order 2 pork chops to eat. Yep, I think that's a good idea. And the last food item is at this corner here. It is a bit further from the Ximending shopping area, the walking street that we were at the beginning of this video. Yeah, so at this corner here is a very popular store. People come here, tourists and locals, to eat their famous item that they do well here, which is their Gua Pao, or they call it their Taiwanese sausage. But they also sell the braised pork rice here, which also looks quite good. But I decided order a few other items that are not usual. Yep. So these are the things we got. I got some Gua Pao, 2 soups, and some braised tofu. So we do have this soup here called milkfish ball soup. So they use milkfish to make the fish ball. Soup means mainly just like fish ball soup, but just slightly different. Then on top here we have this thing called pig blood soup. Yes. So in Singapore we cannot get pig blood, but unfortunately the pig blood doesn't have very irony taste. It just have more like a tofu flavor that we eat. But we are here for this item here, which is the Gua Pao. So you have a steamed bun, you have a big piece of braised pork belly, a bit of mustard green or some preserved vegetable, and then the key ingredient, they put peanut powder. Yep, peanut powder. Yes. So what you have is, first of all, a nicely well cooked, braised for a very long time, delicious, juicy, oily pork belly. Then you have the bit of the vegetable there, you give a bit of sourness, but then the thing that brings everything in together is that peanut powder. Oh, super good, super delicious. It has a nice pleasing flavor. Then you have the sweetness from the peanut and a bit of the preserved vegetable there. Oh, this is the very, very good Taiwanese burger. Yeah, they call it a Taiwanese burger. And I actually came back another day just to eat this food item. So, yep. So this is what I ate at Ximending. Everything I ate at this location. I went to other places to eat more food. So if you want to have more detailed videos about the food I ate here, will be coming out soon. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Join me for my next adventure. I will see you all around, guys, gals, and others too. Yep, more videos for Taiwan coming up. Bye bye.